Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming. My name is Ida Neary. I am the mother of a 7th and a 5th graders in the Newport Public Schools. From 2018 to 2020, I was a member of the school committee in Newport. In 2020, I and other parents, mostly moms, campaigned for the passage of the Pell Elementary School expansion and Rogers High School construction bond. I am I am proud to be standing here among so many individuals who have dedicated themselves to moving our state forward, including none other than the next governor of Rhode Island, Seth Magaziner. I had the opportunity to know Seth at a critical time for the city of Newport. Our elementary school students were being squeezed into too small a building, and our high school students were being denied a physical environment necessary for their learning experience they deserved, all because their building was crumbling. For those who don't know, in 2017, Rogers High School was rated among the worst public school buildings in the statewide assessment of all 306 buildings in Rhode Island. And so a bold new vision was necessary, and the Newport School Construction Project was born. Now, not only did Seth make funding for such a vital project possible, he attended committee meetings, he engaged stakeholders, he spoke out on the issue, and every time I and others asked, Seth came through. He showed up even when it was tough. And after each time he would ask, what more can I do to help? Anybody who knows Seth has gotten the, what can I do to help? And then a follow through on that offer of help. That is a refreshing change. Seth's knowledge, expertise, leadership, and support were instrumental in helping us pass the construction bond. The passage of the bond will deliver a brand new high school that prepares our students for the 21st century in a building that they and their teachers can be proud of. In a building that will attract families to Newport and bring vibrancy and economic growth to the city. That vision, this vision, is one that Seth can bring to all the communities in Rhode Island. As he did for Newport, he can do for the state. It is my great honor to present to you the next governor of Rhode Island, Seth Magaziner.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Ida for that kind introduction and for your tremendous advocacy for the students of Rhode Island. You've made a real difference. Thank you to my incredible wife, Julia, and mother, Suzanne, for being here. And thank you to each of you, all of you. The fact that you are here today means that you care about the future of Rhode Island. And I'm grateful to you for your presence today. We're here today to talk about the economic future of Rhode Island and how we are at a critical moment where we need bold and creative action to transition our state to a 21st century economy where everyone can have a chance to succeed by creating good jobs, investing in education, and transitioning to clean energy. We are having this event today in Pawtucket for two reasons. First, we're standing in front of the brand new Henry J. Winters Elementary School, which will be a STEAM school, science, technology, engineering, art, and math, because this is one of 176 school buildings that have already been allocated funding from the state school construction program that I helped develop as co-chair of the State School Building Task Force. These new modern school buildings and the teachers in them will set Rhode Island children up for success in the 21st century economy, the economy of the future. Not only is this program going to benefit the more than 100,000 students who pass through these buildings every year, these projects are also creating more than 23,000 upfront jobs in the construction process. The second reason that we're in Pawtucket is because this city became a center for economic innovation when Samuel Slater built a mill powered by renewable energy, launching the Industrial Revolution in North America. Now today, in our time, we have the opportunity to make Rhode Island an economic leader again. We have an opportunity to build an economy that is stronger, that is more broad-based, that is more inclusive and equitable, and that truly works for everyone. I love Rhode Island. This is the place where I grew up. It is where Julia and I have chosen to make our home. It is where a few months from now our child will be born. And it is where I've had the honor to serve as state treasurer for the last 7 years. And because I want our child and all children to grow up in a state with a bright future, I'm announcing today that I am a candidate for governor of the state of Rhode Island. I'm running for governor because I believe that the economic future of our state hangs in the balance in this election, and we have a once-in-a-generation opportunity to build an economy that is bigger and stronger and fairer and more inclusive. This work will not be easy, though. Never in any of our lifetimes have the divides in our society been wider. The divides between the rich and the poor, the sick and the healthy, the politically connected and the overlooked have never been greater at any point in our lives. But at the same time, the opportunities have never been greater to close these divides, to build an economy that is stronger and more broad-based, to move past the old school politics and the cronyism that have held back our state for too long, and to build a better future for everybody. I'm running for governor because I know that the bedrock of a strong economy is education. That's why, as treasurer, I prioritized this school construction program that is creating better learning environments for students, because all students deserve to go to schools that are warm and safe and dry and equipped for 21st century learning. I'm running for governor to make college more affordable and expand access to job training programs, because everybody deserves a shot at a good career regardless of whether they go to college or not. That is why, as treasurer, I expanded the College Bound Fund, making it one of the highest rated college savings programs in the country, and at the same time expanding it to cover apprenticeship programs for those who don't go to college. I'm running for governor because I believe we need a governor with the courage to lead, who will listen to the experts and make decisions on health and safety by listening to the science, not the loudest voices in the room who think that they have the license to put other people's kids at risk. I'm running because I know the only way that we are going to rebuild Rhode Island's economy is if we move past the cronyism and the old school politics that have been the mark at the State House for far too long. We need a government that is honest and ethical and works for everybody. I'm running because we need to transition boldly and quickly and permanently to a clean energy economy. I'm running because I know that Rhode Island is at our strongest when everyone has a seat at the table, and we must have a state government that reflects the full diversity of our population, and we must act with purpose in breaking down the structural barriers that have held back people of color in our society for too long. Me estoy postulando a ser gobernador para construir un Rhode Island que trabaja para todos. And I'm running to do what I've always done as treasurer, to use every tool at my disposal to protect a woman's right to choose, to stand up to the gun companies, and keep our communities safe. Now, to me, this is all about restoring the American dream and expanding access to the American dream for every family here in Rhode Island, regardless of zip code. My grandfathers were both sons of immigrants. They grew up poor, and after they fought in World War II, Grandpa Bob and the Marines in the South Pacific and Lewis with the Army in Europe, they both got home and they got good jobs. They weren't glamorous jobs, Bob was a union steelworker in Worcester, Massachusetts. Lewis was a bookkeeper in New York. But with those jobs, they were able to buy houses, they were able to raise families, earn a ticket to the middle class, and put their kids through college. Those kids included my parents, who started a business here in Rhode Island and were successful and built a great life for me and my brother and sister. And stories like these used to be common in our country, these American dream stories, the notion that if you work hard, you play by the rules, you do the right thing, you can build a stable life for yourself and a better life for your kids than what you had. But over the last generation or so, those American dream stories have become less common, and those pathways have broken down. More and more, families are working harder and harder just to keep up with the cost of living and not keeping up. Parents are worried that their kids won't have the same opportunities that they had. And for many people, particularly in communities of color, that American dream never fully existed to begin with. So to me, that's what this is all about. This campaign is all about building a state where there is a real pathway to the American dream for everyone, from here in Pawtucket to Westerly to Woonsocket and everywhere in between. Every corner of Rhode Island, everyone deserves a shot at that American dream. And I'm going to tell you in just a second how we're going to do it. But first, there's something we have to address. Because in every campaign, in every election, every candidate will tell you that they are the ones who can build a stronger economy and improve people's lives. So how are you to know who can actually deliver? Well, by looking at the record. And the record that we have built in the Treasurer's office is a record of using that office for economic growth and to expand economic security for Rhode Islanders. We've done it by leading the state school construction program, which has put 20,000 people to work and improved school buildings for the state. We have done it by creating new clean energy programs at the Rhode Island Infrastructure Bank that have put more than 2,000 Rhode Islanders to work, putting solar panels on municipal buildings, converting streetlights to LEDs, including right here in Pawtucket, helping small businesses convert their operations to make them more energy efficient so that they can save money on their energy bills. We've done it through our Bank Local program, where we have helped hundreds of small businesses get the loans they need to grow and expand and hire more people just by moving the state's cash, which our office manages, back home to local Rhode Island banks and credit unions to put that money to work here in the local economy in Rhode Island. We've done it by fighting for more funding for the Crime Victims Compensation Program so that we can help Rhode Islanders get back on their feet at times when they are most vulnerable, including more than 300 victims of domestic violence who we helped relocate away from their abusers to safety and a more stable life. And we've done it by growing the state pension system to more than $10 billion in assets for the first time ever, strengthening retirement security for frontline workers. We have shown an ability to use the tools at our disposal to put people to work, to grow the economy, to expand opportunity. And if we can do all that from the Treasurer's office, just wait and see what we do in the Governor's office. So here's what the future looks like. The future of Rhode Island can be and must be a future where everyone has a chance to succeed, where that path to the American dream is real for all Rhode Islanders. And that path is accessible if we focus on the right things and we bring the right values to the table. The three things that we must prioritize to build this future, the three things that we are going to focus on are education, innovation, and infrastructure. Education, because I know that the bedrock of a strong economic future is strong public education. So as governor, I will expand childcare. I will bring universal pre-K to Rhode Island. We will put more funding for English language learners and career tech programs in the high schools. We will recruit and support a more diverse teacher corps. We will make college dramatically more affordable, and we will expand job training programs so that those who don't go to college can have stable careers as well. The second thing we will prioritize is innovation. Innovation means transitioning Rhode Island to a clean energy economy, achieving net zero emissions, and putting thousands of people to work in the process. It also means recognizing that the most innovative businesses are small businesses, and they deserve to be supported better. And to build the economy of the 21st century, we need 21st century infrastructure. That means not just roads and bridges. That means broadband access. That means climate resiliency, and it means dramatically expanding our supply of affordable housing so that everyone who works in Rhode Island can afford to live in Rhode Island. We can do these things if we have the right priorities, the right values, and the right focus. So let's get to work. Let's get to work building that 21st century economy, an economy based on innovation and creativity. Let's get to work expanding access to the American dream in Rhode Island, not just for the lucky few, but for everyone. Let's get to work tackling the big challenges of our age, like COVID, by listening to the experts and not just the loudest voices in the room. Let's get to work moving Rhode Island past the old school politics and the cronyism that have held our state back for too long. I believe in Rhode Island. I know we can do these things, and I'm asking for your help, not just to win an election, but to build a state government in Rhode Island that is worthy of our people. We can do these things. And so I pledge to you that I will work hard every day to build this better future for Rhode Island for generations to come. Thank you very much for coming out today. Let's get to work.